Vande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Ishanishavatarkan Tat Prakasham Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaudadaye Pushpavanato Chitrao Sandau Tamonudau Advaita Harinadvaita Acharyam Bhakti Samshana Advaitacharyam Bhaktavataramiksham Tam Advaitacharyamashraye Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Granthirarambha Kori Mangalacharana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana Tinera Smarana Hoya Bigana Vinashana Anayasa Sapal Nijavanchita Purana Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padayarasha Caitanya Caritamrita Kahe Krishna Dasa Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesh Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for joining. We are reading chapter 6 of Adi Lila entitled The Glories of Lord Sri Advaita Acharya. And we have read till text number 20 in this chapter. There are many more verses in this wonderful chapter. So we will read from text 20 onwards. So let's get started. Advaita Rupe Kore Shakti Sancharana Ataiva Advaita Hoyane Mukhya Karana. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In the form of Advaita, he infuses the material ingredients with creative energy. Therefore, Advaita is the original cause of creation. Hare Krishna. So, he is this word Advaita, Harina Advaita is explained here that Advaita Acharya is the cause of this material creation, right? So that's the point which is emphasized in these verses. Next verse, would someone like to read text 21? Yes, Vasati Mataji, want to read?
Hare Krishna Krishna Namaste Prabhupada. অদ্বৈত আচার্য কোটি ব্রহ্মাণ্ডের কর্তা আর এক এক মূর্তে ব্রহ্মাণ্ডের ভর্তা. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Sri Advaita Acharya is the creator of millions and millions of universes, and by his expansions as Garbhodakshai Vishnu, he maintains each and every universe.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So I think everyone knows this point very well, that there are three Purusha avatars. Drawing. So in the causal ocean, Lord Vishnu is lying, right? And with his pores, when he uh, when he inhales, each dot represents each universe, right? Now, one universe, the magnified view is like an egg-shaped anda. In that, there is half water, and in that there is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu lying on the Garbhodak ocean. So, like that, there are like unlimited universes. So this is Karanodakshaya Vishnu on the causal ocean, and then Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And then in every universe there is Shirodakshaya Vishnu also, where the demigods or Lord Brahma they go and pray, right? So then there are planets, Brahmalok, Bhulok, Bhavalok, Swa, Tapa, Jana, Maha, Satya, and then topmost is Satyaloka. Then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatal, Mahatal. Like there are 14 planetary systems. Hmm. Where do they come from? So the starting is like the Brahma. There is a lotus from the navel of Lord Vishnu comes Brahma. And then on this lotus is sitting Lord Brahma, who is the creator of this 14 planetary systems. Doesn't look very nice, but I hope it helps. So back to this verse, ultimately, the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is also expansion of Mahavishnu. Yes, next. Anyone? Text 22. As always, please raise your hand. It really helps, and the reading goes smoothly. Yes, Polimata, you wanted to read?
Yes, I can read, but I don't know what option do I press to raise hand. I always use
Using
my
phone or using laptop?
iPhone.
Phone. A phone. Who was going to tell what option is I use?
I can help Prabhuji. So on the iPhone, you go to participants, and when you go to participants, you see your name, then you tap
Yeah.
your name, and then when you tap your name, it will have raise hand, mute, and rename.
Okay, I got it. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Sharma Mataji. Yes, Polimataji, you can read text 22.
সেই নারায়ণের মুখ্য অঙ্গ অদ্বৈত অঙ্গ শব্দে অংশ করি কহে ভাগবত 22. The translation: Sri Advaita is the principal limb of Narayana. Srimad Bhagavat speaks of limb as a planetary portion of the Lord.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Narayanera Mukhya Anga. Narayan ka Mukhya. Mukhya means chief or prime. Like one verse which comes, Krishna Bhakti Janma Mula Hoy Sadhu Sangha. Krishna Prema Janma Tena Puna Mukhya Anga. Anga means what? The parts, the chief part, like this arm is like a limb or anga of the body, right? It's like a main part of the body. Head is even more important. Like if I don't have an arm, I can still function, but without head, have you seen anyone without the head? We may have seen people without the arm or leg or one ear or something, but so there are chief or mukhya anga. Anga means part, limb. So Advaita Acharya is the principal limb of Lord Narayana. Chief Mukhya Anga. In short, is not different from him. Anga Shabde Amsha Kori Kahi Bhagavata. So Anga, in Bhagavad Puran, Bhagavad Mahapuran is mentioning Anga as plenary portion or Amsha. Ete chamsa kalapumsam Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. Right? So there are Amsha and Vibhinamsa. Swamsha and Vibhinamsha. Swamsha. So he's a Swamsha. Not Vibhinamsha. We are also Amsha actually. We are, but eternally separated part and parcel. That's a difference. We are eternally separate part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Each word is important there. Eternally separated part and parcel. That doesn't mean that, oh, I'm right now separated, but tomorrow I'll become one with God. That's Mayavad philosophy. Okay, let's read the next verse, text 23. Narayanastvam nahi sarvadehiyam dehina atmasi adhikshakhila lokasakshi narayana vangam narabhu jalayana tachapi satyam na tavaiva maya. O Lord of Lords, you are the seer of all creation. You are indeed everyone's dearest life. Are you not therefore my father, Narayana? Narayana refers to one whose abode is in the water, born from Nara, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And that Narayana is your plenary portion. All your plenary portions are transcendental. They're absolute and they're not creations of Maya. So all the Amshas, all the Vishnu avatars are absolute. Or Ramchandra, Vamana, Kurma, Matsya, Vara, all these, they are not just some creations of Maya. They're absolute. Let's read the purport also here. Anyone wants to read the purport?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I can.
Yes, Mataji can.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada. In the Caitanya Caritamrita Adi Lila, chapter 2, text 30, Srila Prabhupada comments on this verse as follows. This statement, which is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.14, was spoken by Lord Brahma in his prayer to Lord Krishna after the Lord had defeated him by displaying his mystic powers. Brahma had tried to test Lord Krishna to see if he was really the Supreme Personality of Godhead playing as a cowherd boy. Brahma stole all the other boys and their calves from the pasturing grounds. But when he returned to the pasture, he saw that all the boys and cows were still there. Lord Krishna had created them all again. When Brahma saw this mystic power of Lord Krishna, he admitted defeat and offered praise to Lord, addressing him as the proprietor and seer of everything in the creation, and as the super soul who is within each and every living entity and is dear to all, that Lord Krishna is Narayana, the father of Brahma, because Lord Krishna's planetary expansion, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, after placing himself on the Garbha ocean, created Brahma from his own body. Mahavishnu is the casual ocean, and Kshidakashaya Vishnu, the super soul in everyone's heart, are also transcendental expansions of the Supreme Truth. In his commentary on this verse, Srila Sanatana Goswami has elaborately explained the expansions of Vishnu or Narayana, incarnations from the original form of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. The essence is that although Lord Brahma was born from Lord Narayana, Brahma now understood that Narayana is himself a mere expansion of the original personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. You have any additional comments?
Thing is, Prabhu, like when we see about the creation or the great personalities, we think they are great, but greater than them are the more greater people, greater than them are the Lord, like Vishnu incarnations. And among the three Purusha avatars, Karnadakshayi Vishnu, Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, Kshirodakshayi Vishnu. So these three expansions also come from Lord Sri Krishna, from Sankarsana and other primary expansions and the secondary expansions of Sankarsana. So if we go through the backwards, then we see ultimately Lord Krishna, he's the proprietor, he's the creator, he's the maintainer, he's the cause of all causes of everything in this universe. So that's what my understanding. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So these three forms of Vishnu come multiple times in Bhagavad Gita and multiple times in the Bhagavatam and Caitanya Caritamrita also. Like this verse which we are reading is actually from the 10th canto, 14th chapter. We have all heard the story of Lord Brahma. He tried to test Krishna. And then when he, realized that he is testing none other than his own master, his own supreme father, right? Then he offered these prayers in the 14th chapter. Beautiful prayers. And this chapter is also has kind of memories for every ISKCON devotee, because this is a chapter where this is the chapter where Prabhupada was translating or giving his Bhaktivedanta translations and purports, and he wrapped his earthly pastimes. 10.14. So here Lord Brahma is saying, "You're my father," right? And we just saw this, right? From Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, right? This is the causal ocean. From Karunadakshaya Vishnu comes Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and from his navel comes Lord Brahma with his forehead, right? So another beautiful verse which we read in chapter 5 towards the end, and those who like to remember, is a very beautiful verse. Vishnustu त्रीणि रूपाणि पुरुषस्याख्यानि अथो विदु एकं तु महता सृष्टिर् द्वितीयं तव अंड संस्थितं तृतीयं सर्वभूतस्थं तानि ज्ञात्वा विमुच्यते विष्णुस्तु त्रीणि रूपाणि पुरुषस्याख्यानि अतो विदु एकं तु महतः सृष्टिर्द्वितीयं तव अंड संस्थितं तृतीयं सर्वभूतस्थं तानि ज्ञात्वा विमुच्यते. Vishnu has three forms called Purushas. Vishnustu Trini Rupani. The first is the Mahavishnu, the creator of the total material energy, Mahat. The second is the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, who is situated within each universe. And third is the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, who lives in the heart of every living entity or living being. He who knows these three becomes liberated from the clutches of Maya. Not very hard, right? Let's see. Vishnustu Trini Rupani. Easy, right? Purushasya Akhyani, commonly known as or celebrated as the Purusha avatars, right? Atho Vidu, those who know are very intelligent. Ekam, what's the first one? One who creates the Mahat or Srishtir. It's the first out of the three. The first one is Ekam, the Mahavishnu, Karunadakshaya Vishnu. Dvitiyam, who is number two? The one who is situated in the Anda. Anda means the Antarastha Paramanujayantarastham. That is the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And number three, Tritiya. Tritiyam Sarvabhuta. Sarvabhuta means all living beings. Sthitam. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hridhi Desha Arjuna Tishtati. right? Bhagavad Gita also says that. That's the third Vishnu. Tani Gyatva. One who knows this is Viduhu. So let's connect this, right? One who knows this, these three forms, Tani Gyatva Vimuchyate. Vimuchyate will be relieved, will be delivered of all. One becomes liberated. So knowing this is not easy or not like small thing. So those would like to remember. Very beautiful verse with Shastric reference. We can share this and for our own self and for others. Vishnustu trini rupani purushasya akhyani atoh vidu ekam. The 1, 2, 3. Tani gyatva. One who knows is liberated. Any thoughts, comments here? So back to, so we covered this purport, which further elaborates text 24. Anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandit Pranam.
Yes, please.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandit Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Ishware Anga Amsha Chidanandamaya Mayera Sambandhanahi Ishloka Kaya. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta from Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. This verse describes that the limbs and plenary portions of the Lord are all spiritual. They have no relationship with the material energy. Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So what are the limbs being referred here? What limb are we referring? Arm, leg, head? What is meant by? What's a limb here?
Expansion.
Yeah, correct. The expansions of Lord Vishnu, or the amshas, right? The word was amsha, plenary portions. So they're all spiritual. They have nothing to do with material energy. When Lord, like in the kids class, we are talking about Kurma Avatar in the churning of the ocean. When Lord Kurma appeared, it's not that he was in, when we are born, it is because of the past karma, desires, so many conditionings. We are carrying a lot of baggage, and therefore we are born in a certain set of parents, in a certain country, with a certain skin color, with certain background, and all this is predetermined. But Lord chooses, I want to be born in this species, in this family, in this city, right? It's not because of a material arrangement. It's not because some people say, you know what? Um, you know, this Wali killed, you know, Lord Ram killed Wali. Wali cursed Lord Ram, and therefore, in the next, the tables turn, and then, the hunter. So this is all not as per Shastra. Lord is not affected by anything. Whatever he does, dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranito. He is the one who creates the law, right? So we have to be very cautious. Some people say, that Lord was cursed to do, therefore this happened. He was cursed. No. All these things are. He may act like a human being. He may behave. He may, sometimes act. Avajananti mam muda manusham tanum ashritam. He may act like a human being, but he's not an ordinary human being. We have to always be cautious of that no material energy, no material aspect can cover him. He's beyond. He's beyond the material energy. There's a beautiful verse from the chapter 9 in Bhagavad Gita. Anyone recollects? The Lord is beyond Maya. Hmm.
I mean, the Avajananti Mamura.
Jananti Mamura. Okay. There's another beautiful verse. Devi Yesha Gunamai Mam Maya Duratya. Mami Prapadyante Maya Mitam Tarantite. Right? Hmm. That this is my Maya, right? And like that, there are many such verses, right? Hmm. Another beautiful verse, 9.5. Just open. Anyone like to read this? Bhagavad Gita 9.5.
I can read Prabhuji.
Yes.
August devotees, then pranam, all British Bodo. Nacho masthani bhutani pushyame jogam osharam bhuta brina nacho bhutastho mama atma bhuta bhuvana. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki joy. Yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. Back to Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Isn't that this verse so appropriately like fitting? We should try to connect verses also. As we are reading Caitanya Caritamrita, oh, where did I read something similar in the Gita? Where did I read something similar? It will help us in our understanding and also in our retention. Hmm. Because ultimately all the Shastras speak the same. Hmm. So we are here. They have no relationship with the material energy, right? Very similar. I am the source of creation, but I'm not part of this. Like he's transcendental. He's aloof from all this. Although he's the creator, although he's the one, everything rests upon him. Like as the pearls are strung, but still he's aloof. Yes, 25. Anyone? And back to chapter 6. Yes, Ruby Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Text 25. Amsa na kahiya kene kaha तारे अंग अंश हईते अंग यते यह अंतरंग. Translation. Why has Sri Advaita been called a limb and not a part? The reason is that limb implies greater intimacy. Thank you, Prabhuji.
अंशा ना कहिए केने कहा तारा अंग अंशा होते अंग भय अंतरंग. So poetic, isn't it? Sri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is the play of words also. We have to appreciate this also. Because devotee is Kavi. Kavi means poetic. Kavi also means very intelligent. You see how he, uses the anga and antaranga, right? Now antaranga and anga are different meaning, but the meter rhymes, right? The meter scheme or the rhyming scheme is very like so appropriate to appreciate that also. Antaranga is a little bit more confidential, is more greater intimate, right? So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has used the word amsha. He has not used the word amsha, but anga. They're similar. One can use them like in synonyms also, limb or part, right? Like hand is the part of body, and hand is also we call limbs, right? But still there is like, for example, sometimes the father may call the daughter, the son in different names, but some names are more, you can say, dear to the father, right? Same, sometimes, one may call their parent with certain names, but some names are more dear, right? So it's not technically incorrect, but still to show the greater intimacy or more connection of Sri Advaita Acharya uh, with the Supreme Lord. That's why the word limb is used, not part. Amsha is part. Anga is limb. So Amsha na kahi. Amsh nahi bola. Kya bola? Anga bola. 26. Yes, Shurma Mataji.
Text 26. মহাবিষ্ণুর অংশ অদ্বৈত গুণধাম, ঈশ্বরে অভেদ, তেই অদ্বৈত পূর্ণ নাম. Translation by Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Sri Advaita, who is a reservoir of virtues, is the main limb of Mahavishnu. His full name is Advaita, for he is identical in all respects with that Lord. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So who is the reservoir of all virtues? Samasta guna gana dhama vibhavari shisha aloka pravesha, right? We hear that. So the same is used for Advaita because ultimately is non-different. That's what the whole topic is. Advaita, Harina Advaita, right? Till text number 26, you remember? That verse is ending here. From text number 6 to 26, the word Advaita is emphasized, or the discussion is on the word Advaita, how he is non-different, or the first line of text Advaita, Harina Advaita. So he's non-different from the Supreme Lord. Any comments here? So now we're going to go to the second line. 27. Purvayaiche kaila sarva vishvera srijana avatari kaila ebe bhakti pravartana. As he had formerly created all the universes, now he descended to introduce the path of bhakti. So now, what is the second line? Acharyam bhakti samshanat Advaita Harina Advaita Acharyam Bhakti Samshanat. Everyone can try to memorize this verse also, because this is like the seed verse of this whole chapter. The whole chapter will revolve around this verse, which is text 5 in this book. And also in first chapter, the first 14 verses, this is text 13 and 14, right? First chapter. So we discussed 6 to 26 was Advaita, Harina, Dvaita. Now the second line is Acharyam Bhakti Samshanam. So he is the one who propagated the bhakti, devotional service, Acharya, by his own example. And we all know how he called Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Srivas Angan, at what was that place? At Advaita, what? No, this is about an hour from Mayapur. I shared the video also recently.
Shantipur, Prabhu.
Shantipur, yes, Shantipur. So he is the real originator of Krishna consciousness in Kali Yuga, you can say. So he descended to introduce the path of bhakti. Avatari. Why? Bhakti Pravartana. To give the path of bhakti for all of us. Let's see further. 28, anyone? So text 27 onwards is the second line, the description of the second line. Till 35, the next 8 verses will talk about how he, in the principle, elaborating on Acharya Bhakti Samshana. Anyone can read it?
Can I read from if anyone?
Yes. Yes, Mataji.
জীবনে স্তরিল কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি করি দান গীতা ভাগবতে কইল ভক্তির ব্যাখ্যান. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. He delivered all living beings by offering the gift of Krishna Bhakti. He explained the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam in the light of devotional service. Purport. Although Sri Advaita Prabhu is an incarnation of Vishnu for the welfare of the conditioned souls, he manifested himself as a servitor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And throughout all his activities, he showed himself to be an eternal servitor. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda also manifested the same principle, although they also being to be category of Vishnu. If Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, and Advaita Prabhu had exhibited their all-powerful Vishnu potencies within this material world, people would have become greater impersonalists, monists, and self-worshippers than they had already become under the spell of this age. Therefore, the personality of Godhead and his different incarnations and forms played the parts of devotees to instruct the conditioned souls how to approach the transcendental stage of devotional service. Advaita Acharya especially intended to teach the conditioned souls about devotional service. The word Acharya means teacher. The special function of such a teacher is to make people Krishna conscious. A bona fide teacher following the footsteps of Advaita Acharya has no other business than to spread the principles of Krishna consciousness all over the world. The real qualification of an Acharya is that he presents himself as a servant of the Supreme. Such a bona fide Acharya can never support the demoniac activities of atheistic men who present themselves as God. It is the main business of an Acharya to defy such impostors posing as God before the innocent public.
Mataji, any comments you have in this text?
So here, Advaita Acharya actually showed how to love Krishna with Krishna Bhakti. And Prabhuji, although I don't understand why it says that if Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Advaita Prabhu, all are three of them, it says here, this had exhibited their all-powerful Vishnu potencies within this material world, people would have become greater impersonalists, monists, and self-worshippers. And Prabhuji, if you please explain that one. And beside that, what I understood is Advaita Acharya is our Guru Tattva, who actually showed how to do devotional service, what are the transcendental stages to approach Krishna. And he also differed the impersonalist, although he acted as impersonalist and was teaching the impersonalism, because that was different reason, because he wanted to get the mercy of chastisement from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that Mahaprabhu should accept him as his accept him as his disciple or shishya. So that was the reason he was doing that. But other than that, he was actually the main guru who showed the bhakti of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that time when he was asking Krishna, Lord Krishna, to come in this material world, he was praying for, because that time there are a lot of shastra gos was there. They are doing a lot of shastras, but devotional service was not present that much in that the Bengal that time. So that's why he was praying him to come and spread the love, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem. Prabhuji, please add or correct. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji. Very, very beautiful verse. Advaita Acharya was not preaching impersonalism, Mataji. I think it may be a little confusing or overstatement to say that. For a very tiny instance, in just one day, he was doing that as a Lila, right? So we cannot say that he was preaching that. That was a very tiny, like you can say, an hour or two of pastime. It's not that he was doing that for decades or years, it was just a tiny, very tiny, small episode as a Leela. His whole life was Bhakti personified. His whole life, Acharya personified. From the
Yes,
very beginning till the very end.
Yeah, so that the purport, the text where it was explained in Chaitanya Caritamrita, he did only to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, chastisement from him. That's why he did that purposefully.
Yes, Mataji. Very nice. And that also happened actually in Shantipur, I believe. The Jiva Nistarila Krishna Bhakti Koridan. Right? He gave Krishna Bhakti. Why? To deliver the fallen souls in Kali Yuga. How? Gita Bhagavat Koila. Bhaktira Vyakhyan. Now, Gita Bhagavat were always there. But to do Vyakhyan is purport or explanation. Many, many people, even today, do Vyakhyan, but as Prabhupada is mentioning here, in the light of devotional service. So many, many people do Vyakhyan or do Bhagavad Katha, Gita Katha, not in the light of devotion, but in the light of impersonalism, in the light of self-aggrandizement, in the light of some bogus systems. The conclusion of Gita is to serve Krishna, devotional service. Sarv dharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. To take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, to engage in devotional service. So we must always, and therefore, you see Bhaktivedanta purports, Srila Prabhupada's purports, every verse, any book, Gita, Bhagavad, Caitanya Caritamrita, anywhere you pick, the conclusion will be devotional service. Unto one and only Supreme Lord Krishna. This is Bhagavatam. This is in the light of devotional service. So Bhaktira Vyakhyan. So we should also try to distribute Gita Bhagavat. And always remember, if we are speaking to anyone, always the Bhaktira Vyakhyan. The conclusion of everything is to become closer to Krishna, become a devotee. Manmana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. This is the conclusion. It comes twice in the Bhagavad Gita. This is why Advaita Acharya and others have given the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhakti Shastras. So, and everyone is a teacher. But the point Prabhupada is making, one should become a bona fide teacher. One should become an Acharya. Acharya is not, Prabhupada is certainly our founder Acharya. But Prabhupada wants everyone to become Acharya. In the sense, not like the title, but one who is like living without pretending. To do what we say and to say what we do. In the light of bhakti, right? To make people Krishna conscious. This is the function of Acharya. right? To become genuine teachers, not bogus teachers, but bona fide teachers. Following in the footsteps of Advaita Acharya. No other business, very important. Our only business is to propagate Krishna consciousness. No other, nothing else. Very, very clear. There are a lot of confusion on the name of God, lot of societies, lot of people, propagating other things. But our mission is clear. Our business is clear. All over the world. यारे देखो तारे कहो Krishna उपदेश हमारा आज्ञा. Now Chaitanya's agya is there. So this is when we sincerely take it, then the mercy will always be there. So now to the question, and if Lord Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu would have exhibited their all-powerful Vishnu potencies, well, they exhibited on certain occasions they did, like Mahaprakash, Lila, and some other pastimes, but 99% they did not, for reason. Now, what is the reason? Because people would have become greater impersonalist, self-worshippers. Oh, these also have two hands. I also have two hands, right? It's just maybe they have some special things, but I'll also get with time. I'll also become like them. Right? That's all many impersonalist thing. Well, right now I maybe not be God, but very soon I'll become God. This is so great souls. Even in this case, the three personalities did not show their extraordinary potencies by far, because people would not appreciate that. People would further take to wrong practices, right? Or because the mood, the mood of a teacher is what? What is the mood of a teacher? To get glorification, that everyone should say, oh, I am such a great teacher. That's nothing big. The teacher is already PhD, let's say, and the teacher is teaching math to fifth graders. What is the mood that a genuine teacher does not want? Everyone should say, oh, sir, you are great, ma'am, you are great. There's no better teacher in the world. And the class is over. 45 minutes, whatever, 1 hour class is over in that. But the mood of a teacher is to come to the level of the students and help them to make progress from the 5th grade to 6th grade. That's Acharya, right? So the Lord comes to the level of devotee rather than, he does not want, so he's saying worship Krishna, bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, koro Krishna shiksha, right? This is the message Lord Nityananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are giving. Amara kiniya lo bolo Gaur Hari. I am willing to sell myself. You chant Hare Krishna once, you chant Gauranga once, you chant Nityananda once. I will become your eternal servant. This is the mood they have. Can we imagine? The Supreme Lord is becoming a servant of anyone who is willing to chant Gauranga or Nityananda or Hare Krishna. This is their mood. So this is the glory of the Acharya. Like Prabhupada, he did not go to US or he did not come to US to get glorification. Oh, everyone should say, oh, such a world Acharya has come. No, he went from such a holy Vrindavan spiritual world to like the ghettos, Bauri, like slums in India. It's a very like no sober person would want to go there, right? His health was not good, his age was not appropriate, his weather conditions were his language barrier and no resources, Jaladuta, cargo ship, everything was against him. But he came to that level to help the people, the general masses, and to all of us. That's Acharya. So that's why seeing that mood, because there were so many, upasampradayas at that time. People anyways were thinking, we are God, I am God, you are God, he is God, she is God, we all become God. So much confusion. But what was the mood? Bhakti avatara. Mm, uh, Bhakti, Acharyam Bhakti Samshan, to give the pure message of devotional service. This is why Lord comes, Dharma Sansthapanarthaya, right? To give the pure teachings of the Gita. Bhaktira Vyakhyana Bhagavat. That's the glory of the Acharya. So, does that help? Any thoughts, comments there? Any additions? Any corrections?
Yeah, Prabhuji, so that Vishnu potency, why they use this? I mean, why Srila Prabhupada use the term Vishnu potencies? What does it mean by that?
Vishnu potencies means Vishnu Tattva. They're all Vishnu Tattva, right?
Vishnu, yeah, Vishnu Tattva. Then why they will be impersonalist if three of them be like in Vishnu potencies?
No, they will not become, but the people in general, the general masses would have become impersonal.
Game general. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So if
If-
they exhibited that
Correct.
powerful Vishnu
Yeah,
potential,
if they would have shown their, extraordinary godly nature or some, special powers and stuff, then people in general would have become greater impersonalists.
and monism, I think.
Monists, self-worshippers, I am God. Then they'd already become, they were already there. But the goal of these three personalities was to uproot all that, to re-establish pure bhakti. Therefore, they came in the role of a devotee. Bhaktavataram bhaktakyam navami bhakta shaktikam. Panchtatvatmakam Krishna. Bhakta rupa sarupakam. So this is bhakti, 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 bhakti. So this
Yes.
people is general people, the masses. Does that help?
Yes, Prabhuji. All of them actually was in Bhakta Bhav. Even Mahaprabhu himself also. He was a Bhakta of Lord Krishna. He never says that I am Krishna. He never. Whoever says, he just says no, don't say that. I'm not. So, he was so kind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, even in the night pastimes they were doing, right? The whole night Sankirtan. Can anyone like stay up for whole night and do Kirtan? That's also extraordinary, right?
Yeah.
And even that time, people were saying, oh, they are doing Kali worship, they are doing some demoniac worship, they are doing this, they are doing spreading nonsense. So, people like to spread rumors because rumors, gossip is like, conditioned souls wants that. Right? So, therefore, those were very confidential. Lord didn't do like Mahaprakash Lila in front of like in a big pandal program. Those were like confidential Shivas, Angan, and pastimes. When he selected, few were allowed. Okay, so I think it's a good place to pause for today. So we will read the next verse tomorrow, but I think I have a few like a request or I have some for next few weeks, 6 weeks to be more precise. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have some work commitments in the evening, which I'm not able to join at this time on Tuesdays and Thursdays for 6 weeks. So I have an option. Option one is, how many of you can do or Let's say we do reading in both times, 4:30, around 4:30 or 4. Who are available at that time? Anyone is available? Any chance? Eastern time, 4:30 or 4 p.m. instead of 8.
I'm available, Prabhuji.
Okay. Anyone else is available? 4:30?
I'm also available.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I am also available, Prabhuji.
Okay. I understand many of you have work, so it may be a little odd time, but I was thinking like at least 4 or 5 of you might be available. So what we will do, this is my thought. I want to hear your perspective. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll do at 4:30 to 5:30. And those who can't join, which let's say half of you, you can read also. You can congregate on the Zoom. You can use the same link. I will tell like, okay, we have covered till here. We will record that session. You can, those 5, 6 devotees who are not able to join at 4:30 can read it 8 to 9 on your own, share the screen and all that. I mean, it's pretty, like, we're not, it's not like a class, it's more like a group reading. So basically Tuesdays and Thursdays we'll have 2 sessions for 6 weeks, you can say. Um, we'll record the first session, and devotees in the batch 2 or can read 8 to 9. Is it okay or any confusion, thoughts, comments there? Will it work?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam Prabhu. How many weeks will we be missing you, Prabhu?
It's only Tuesdays, Thursdays. The commitment, my work commitment is 6 week, like a project which I need to be there in the evening, you can say. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no change, right? Same 8 p.m. So it's only Tuesdays and Thursdays, twice a week. We'll do at 4:30.
4:30 Prabhuji EST, right?
EST, yeah. I am okay with 4 also, but 4:30 we'll keep. Is that fair? So who all will be reading 8 to 9? Raise your hand if you're for 8 to 9. So we want at least a few who will be there, Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Prabhuji, I think I might be fluctuating in between.
Okay.
4:30 I think is okay. 4 o'clock would be a little bit tough, but
Okay. We can keep then 4:30. So Pauli Mataji, Valdev Prabhu, and maybe a few others. Keep the flow going. I'll post that we have covered these many verses. Like tomorrow we'll read from the next verse, which is 29, and wherever we end, I'll post. And you can also read till that point, and then next day we'll meet again. Sorry for the confusion, but I thank you for being tolerant and flexible. If you have a better option or suggestion, I'm open to that. Anything which you can do to anything else you have? Thanks.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I do not want to miss the classes. So is it possible if you can do it with all and the same time 8 p.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday?
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no change.
No, but Tuesday, Thursday also you'll have the reading, right? So I'll miss that.
I mean, you're not missing, so because there will be 4 or 5 devotees, I believe. I mean, yeah, like there is a commitment which there. I mean, otherwise, I also don't want it to be together. I mean, and it's not like a long term. It's like it's precise 6 week thing.
Okay. I
So
think
12 days more specific. Like 6 weeks sound like more, but 12 days
okay.
is like it's just a 12-day thing.
Okay.
So Dr. Harini Mataji, Polly Mataji, Baswati Mataji, Baldev Prabhu, and maybe one or two more, Vijaya Mataji. Yeah, let's continue. You can use the same link, the verses. I mean, we are together, right? As Prabhupada said, as long as you are chanting, I'm chanting, you're chanting, you're following Prabhupada's principles, the guidelines. Prabhupada is always, so we are all together. It's just we have to adjust a little bit based on time, place, situation. And this is just small, like 12-day will pass very fast, and other days we are reading together anyways. So, okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Caritamrita ki jai.
Jai.
Raj Goswami ki jai. Jagat
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Lord Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasubhyeva cha. Pratanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol, devotees.
Hare Krishna.